welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with the Q&A. I am in the group I Want to Be an Esthetician, and I've been in this group since I wanted to be an esthetician. So I know from firsthand, like asking questions in here, most likely they don't get answered. I don't know why when there's like 26,000 people in this group, but like the algorithm is like, it kind of sucks. But I took it upon myself to answer some of the questions that you guys have been asking, and so I'm going to do it in a series just because there were so many questions. Like, I don't know why when I made the post about, frequently asked questions, I got a lot of feedback from you guys, a lot of questions from you guys, so I'm just going to get started and answer like maybe 5 at a time. Just so that I can continue to do these and continue to put the knowledge out there. I've been an esthetician for about 2 years now, and I'm not gonna lie, once you get in and you understand, I guess, these questions that y'all are asking, like, you get it. And what's the point of knowing knowledge and withholding it when you have other STs like you guys who need it? So I'm gonna share the knowledge. And so let's go on with the first. I was trying to find the Facebook post, but I already written some down anyway, so we're going to go ahead and go with my notes. The first question was, what do you look for when enrolling in school? That was the question. So my answer to that was, honestly, the price. Like, when you become an esthetician, you'll quickly realize the schools only teach you the basics. Literally, they just want you to pass their board. They really just go over like sanitation, the basic facial, maybe a little massage in there, eyebrow tinting. Like, they teach you literally the basics. All the extra curriculum, or if that's the word for it, but all the extra stuff, like, you have to get out and invest in your education. So with me, when I was looking for a school, and I knew this because I had SD friends, which I didn't understand what they did at first, but like, they all went to, the state-funded school, and so I was like, okay, let me go to that same school because it's only like $6,000 to go, especially if you find like a state-funded school, like, they're going to be cheaper either way. I would go with the cheapest option just because you still have to get out and invest in your education. Like, that's mandatory. Especially when you find out your niche or your niche, you'll want to invest more over into that, your lane. And so, yeah. So I look for the price. And the cheapest in my city, I'm in Tennessee, I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. So the cheapest was TCAT, which was the Tennessee College of Applied Technology, and it cost me about $6K to go there. All of the other schools in my city or state were about $15K, and I mean, I feel like I know more and I'm more advanced than those people who invested in those $15K schools. So just saying. I actually had a friend who went to a school that was like $15K, and we were going to go to that school. We were looking at it together, but I chose to go to the state-funded school because I wouldn't have to pay anything in. It was going to be totally paid for, and she continued to go there, and I was touching faces before she was touching faces. So just saying. Okay, let's move on to the next question. So question number 2 is, after graduation, how do we obtain our certifications for skills like dermal planning, microneedling, and chemical peels and hydrofacial? So that's the question. My answer would be, it's simple. Like, just take a class with somebody who offers a class on whatever you want to specialize in. Now, I will say, getting out of school, please do not find out what works and really work with what you got to build your clientele at first. Don't go investing in all of these classes because, we're new SDs. These people who offer classes, we're kind of like the target. And I know from my mistakes, I invested in so many different classes before I even focused on building my clientele and focused on being consistent, because I wanted to offer so many different things for all of my clients, right? And half of the stuff I invested in, like, I spent $400 on those class, like multiple 400s, or I should say hundreds, but the classes are like $400 a piece, so that's why I'm saying multiple 400s. I have not offered any of those services. Like, I found out what I like to do and kind of stuck with that, and I don't work for anybody, so, you know, it's whatever I want to do. But literally, if you know, like, okay, say if you get out of school and you want to invest in lash extensions, and you only want to do lashes, or you want to do lashes, I would invest in that class. But honestly, as an esthetician, you really don't need a lot of courses. Like, literally, just, I say, focus on building your clientele before you invest in all these classes, because you're probably not even gonna like what you thought you wanted to do. So yeah, that's my take on that. And then also with classes, make sure that person is even licensed, because there are a lot of people out here who are not even licensed, not even estheticians. Like, you're going to school, you're working hard for your license, and then you got people who are just offering that class and they have not put in their work, and they're getting paid off of it. I'm not knocking nobody's hustle, but all I'm saying is make sure that it's somebody, make sure you get certified by somebody who is licensed, because it just makes sense. And then on top of that, the certifications, at the end of the day, they mean nothing. Like, if you're not licensed, the certification, you can be certified in anything, but if you're not licensed, it does not hold any weight. So focus on getting your license, focus on maintaining, or working with what you got. So if you want to offer facials, like, push those facials until you build that clientele, and then you can offer more things for your clientele. Sorry, my nose is itching. The third one was asking, the third question is waxing tips. And my answer to that is I don't offer waxing. So I don't really have an answer for that, but I would recommend you to take a course on waxing if that's what you really want to focus on, just to get, because the thing with waxing is really the speed. So I would just focus on, or I would just honestly focus on practicing your speed technique, like, or your technique just in general. Because if you know the technique, you're gonna get faster the more you work at it. So that's my answer for that question. Moving on to the next question. The question is best places to get hydrogel mask. So far from being like an esthetician for 2 years, I've found that you can get, of course you can go to SD Max, which is like a big hydrogel company that offers, of course, the hydrogel mask. The only thing I didn't like about them is the shipping took a little too long. I used to order in bulk with my classmates, and it's a little expensive too. So I used to order in bulk with my classmates while we were in school, and we had ordered so much that, when I got out of school, like for that first year, I had supplies. So I didn't really need to order more from them, but the process of like making an account and all that stuff, I just wanted something that was like really easy access. So I kind of looked on Amazon, and that's where I found my second company, which is the Sugaring NYC. They offer hydrogel mask that can be used for the vajacials and facials. So I kind of go with them now. But there's other companies on Amazon, and then they get to you faster too. So that was my thing. Like, I didn't want to wait for long shipping. I wanted my stuff to be like on the way. Like, I'm used to Prime. I'm a Prime girl, so I wanted my stuff to be there the next 2-3 days, by the end of the week, whatever. But yeah, Sugar NYC is good. I've tried their jelly masks, and I'm currently using those in my treatment room right now. And then Amazon has some other companies on there that my friends have ordered, and I'm gonna assume they're good. I haven't heard anything bad about the other companies, but there's so many people offering jelly masks. Just literally go on Amazon. So moving on to the fourth question. Do you recommend working under somebody for a while before going out on your own? Okay. So my question, that was the question. My answer to that was, I honestly recommend you do what works for you. I personally have never worked under anybody. Even though when I, when I first wanted to open my own treatment room, I kind of did want to, but it was kind of hard to find somebody who would like, let you come in and work in their shop without having to be a part of their brand. Like I knew I wanted my own brand. I already had my own brand anyway because I sell skincare products. But it was just hard for me to find somebody that didn't want me to like give that up, to come work for them or to get what I needed from them and then go on my way. So I got it out the mud. I build my clientele from the ground up. It's going to take about a year or so of you consistently pushing yourself though. You really have to be consistent if you plan on working for yourself. But I'm my own boss now. Like I don't regret any of the journey. So that's my take on that. And I also wanted people to come to me based off of my skills. Like, yeah, you can go to any other SD or any other franchise out here, but you're coming to Shania because of Shania's skill. And then I also have my own skincare line, so you're coming not only for, my skincare knowledge, but you're coming for my products as well. So kind of lock them in both, both ways to where you can't find this nowhere else. So my other notes to that was, I was gonna say, if I didn't have my own business, then yeah, I probably would have worked for somebody. But like I said, you have to do what works for you. Like if you don't have a place to, if you don't have a place to like build your clientele, then or the funds to like get started right away after school, then I would definitely try to work for somebody else. So work for a franchise company first and then get you some experience there, get the feel and get comfortable in the field. But while I was in school, I'm not gonna lie, I started investing in my treatment room. Like I knew I wanted to be a travel esthetician, so I saved up for that travel bed, that steamer, and I was already working with like a product formulator for my skincare line. So like you have to be ahead of the game when you start school. Like don't go to school and just go to work and pay your bills. Like make sure you are saving, because at the end of the day, you're gonna need some money when you get out, and you wanna make sure you have that money to do whatever you need to do. The next one is, how did you feel comfortable being solo? I was just talking about that. So, honestly, like I said, I saved my money. Like when I worked 2 jobs actually when I was in school, and one job paid for me to get back and forth to school because I didn't have a car, so I was Ubering, and that's kind of all that was the only bills I had, so I had to do what I had to do. But one job paid for me to make sure I get back and forth to school and whatever else I needed. The other one was saving up for my business. So I saved up, like I said, for that bed, my steamer, all that stuff before I got out of school. And then when I got out of school, I just ordered everything and started pushing myself and went from there. I did take some courses. Like I said, I was taking all kind of courses that I could take because I wanted to offer all this stuff. When really your menu can be super simple, but as long as you have mastered whatever you offer, you're gonna be okay. So don't feel bad about not offering the X, Y, and Z. Like if you only offer X and Y, that's fine, as long as you're good at X and Y. You know what I'm saying? So, was that 5 questions already? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think this is 5. What to do to get a head start before school. So the question is, what to do to get a head start before school? I would say find your niche. Even if it's something that you do not stick with, find something that you do like. Like for me, I knew that I wanted to specialize in acne, hyperpigmentation, eczema, skin conditions in that range, right? So right off the bat, like all of my content was pushing acne education or sharing my skincare journey or tips about eczema, things like that. I kind of helped. I hired the help, honestly. But she came up with a content strategy for me to consistently talk about that one topic, which was my niche, and that was acne, hyperpigmentation, eczema, that whole thing. So I consistently did research to know as much as I could about that. I bought books, and I'll do another video about, some books that I've read to further my education. What else did I did? Or what did I do? Yeah, just do your tons of research. You can watch YouTube videos. YouTube was my best friend while I was in school. I'm not gonna lie, because when we were going over stuff in school, our class was so big that we all got like a mini simple demo of whatever it was that we were learning. And so I was always wanting to know more and wanted to know it all. So I would go home with whatever topic that we had learned about for the day, and I would go do more research on it or watch some more videos on it, just so that I can be a little bit more advanced in what I wanted to do. And then if there's we didn't learn lashes in school, but if that's something that you want to specialize in, I would definitely take a lash course, and I would just find the cheapest one, that I can afford, and go from there. And then when you get in that course, whoever that instructor is, I would be in there picking their brain, like, where did you learn this? Like, don't tell me you don't got to tell me your whole secret Krabby Patty formula, but I still want to know more than what you're teaching right now. So just to get the most out of your money, you can invest in your education and get closer to people who are where you want to be. That's how you get a head start before school. And then flashcards, you can get I made flashcards with the definitions. There's Quizlet, there's Kahoot, which y'all probably are already going to be playing in school anyway, but all of that stuff helps you retain the information. There's an esthetician app, and it's literally called the Esthetician app because I comment it all the time when you guys ask me questions and people are like, what's the name of it? I'm like, that's the name. But the Esthetician app was really, really good for when I had studied for state boards. There's a lot of free quizzes on there, but you can pay for it's like 100 question quiz or something that's a little bit more in depth, and it's probably like $4, I want to say. I'm not sure, but I know it stays on there forever. I don't have it on my phone anymore, but when I do download it to get like a refresher if I'm bored, it's always available for me, so you can try that. The Q&A. Had some free time today, so I'm gonna go ahead and record both. I just don't want my videos to be super long, so that's why I was gonna break them up in like a series. But here we go. So the next question was the best tools to start with. So honestly, for tweezers, I would definitely go with Tweezer Man if you are gonna use tweezers a lot. I don't know if they have like extraction tools or not, but I just got some nice high quality tools from Amazon. They come in like this little nice black case with a mirror, and they're pretty thick and sturdy, because I know when I first started out, I was kind of getting tools from anywhere. Like literally I found some extractors in Dollar General. I don't know if they sell them anymore, but they are so thin that they were like bending over time. So you definitely want to invest in some high quality, like heavy metal, thick like tools. And I found those on Amazon. I'm gonna put the link for them below though. I'm gonna put the link for everything below. So the next question was the best professional skincare line. Now y'all know I have my own skincare line, and I use my skincare line. It's called Icon Beauty in my treatment room. It's a natural skincare company. It kind of goes with what my values are, and we produce good results for acne and things with my line. So I haven't tried any professional skincare lines really. Now I do work with Skin Script for my advanced treatments like chemical peels, enzyme peels, things like that. I use their products for that, and they kind of go along with my niche. And it's a natural skincare company as well. So I'll put their link below, and they also offer like a lot of educational videos and things like that for estheticians. So that's kind of why I went with them too, like straight out the back. I learned about them in school, and they always have some kind of free training or something to advance your knowledge. So I love Skin Script, and I also see really good results with their advanced treatments with my clients. So I got Skin Script. But there's a ton of professional skincare lines out there. You really just have to figure out what your niche is going to be, and then find a skincare company that aligns with them, and then go from there. That's my best take on that. And I'll put a list of like some professional skincare companies that I've learned about, like as far as like in school or just on my journey, while I've been an esthetician. I'll put those links under there so y'all can just check each one of those out, and just do your own research and go from there. The best booking site. So far since I've been an esthetician, I've done the old school way where you DM to book or call to book, text to book, whatever you want to call it. But so far I've only worked with Acuity and Square, and I love both. I'm with Square now because I try to keep my expenses, as low as possible. And I'm not gonna lie, Square has a free option that rocks the boat. It does everything I needed to do, where I can sell my products and have my clients book their own appointments at the same time on one site. And that was my main issue because like I said, I was selling skincare products before, just skincare products. So before I started offering services, and so I was with Shopify for a long time, which is just e-commerce. I think it's an e-commerce website, which is only products on there. So I couldn't figure out how to get my clients to book on there. So I just went over to like a booking site, and Square has knocked both of those out. Because at first I was using Shopify, and then I would have Acuity for my booking site. But having two different links, people already, when you become an entrepreneur, if that's your route, really if you start to book clients, like you don't have to be, you can work for somebody. People just don't read. That's my take on life right now, or being an entrepreneur. Like, people do not read. So with me having my link tree with two different links was like overwhelming for not only myself but for my clients as well, because I'm having to take extra time out of my day to answer DMs on people who could not find my booking site, or people who were looking for to shop and they couldn't find the website. So I'm just like, you know what, boom, I need something that's gonna put everything in one place and that's gonna be super cheap or close to nothing, because I don't want to pay extra fees for a website. So especially when I'm still building myself. Like, yeah, I've only been an esthetician for 2 years, so I still have a lot of work to do myself. And I'm working every day to get my brand out there, but I also want to make sure my expenses are as low as possible. So, like I said, the best booking site would be Acuity. I love Acuity because it really gives you the option to allow you to upsell for your clients. Like, You can have like a basic facial on there, but then those add-ins is where you would make your money. And so you could do like, it gives you the options to put those add-ins on there versus Square. Now that I'm with Square, it really doesn't offer the add-ons, so I've had to change my book. I have to change my menu to. I really went up on my prices because I know at first I was like a little bit more affordable, and then since I don't have those add-ons anymore, I kind of incorporated them into like a facial, if that makes sense. And then I just went up on the price a little bit just so that I could pay for everything. Because at first I was, allowing my customers to have that choice, but now it's like, boom, you're gonna get it, but you gotta pay for it. And Square, that's just how Square works. But it's also free, so that's kind of what aligns with me and my brand right now. So those are the two booking sites that I've worked with. The next question is the best channels to watch on YouTube. Now, coming up on YouTube, as an SD and like on YouTube as well, I should say, I've learned a lot from Miss Nerida. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but her name is Nerida Joy, and I'll put her name somewhere on the screen. But she has taught me so much. She's an esthetician. She's been an esthetician for like almost 40 years, and I believe everything that she says, okay? Like, she has taught me so much on how to assess my client's skin, and really just how to be a 5-star esthetician. That's kind of what she pushes in with her brand, and I would definitely watch her if you're a new esty. She's taught me so much from the ground up. There's another beauty. Her name is Tess Holly, and I love her as well. I've been watching her in her journey of becoming an esthetician as well. She kind of shared like her whole journey and things like that, and she just posts a lot of educational, like advanced educational videos. She has podcasts. Yeah, she's great. I love her. And then there's another one. Her name is I'm gonna type it up real quick because I always say it wrong, but I believe it's like Glam, or I think it's Get Glam by Leah, or Glam by Leah, or Leah Lee. Hold on. Let me make sure, because I definitely want y'all to watch my girl. Okay, so yeah, it's Glam by Leah Lee. And when I tell you, her channel was so helpful for me. Like, she does so many different like facial protocols on her page. She's always posting like education on how to like better yourself as an esthetician and like how to really thrive. And I think her new brand is like called Thrive Esthetician or something like that, which I am definitely going to invest in soon. But I've been watching her since I started my journey, and I've definitely learned a lot from her. And so I would definitely encourage you to watch those 3 ladies. And then for pop-up shops, what do you showcase? So for pop-up shops, so far I've only showcased like my skincare products. And then I always mention like, hey, I do offer services like facials and advanced treatments. Like, if you want to get a little bit more one-on-one with your skin, you can definitely book a consultation with me. I always make sure they follow me on Instagram so that they can kind of see my portfolio, because I'm here showcasing my skincare products, but I offer so much more. But this year I do plan on bringing the spa to the pop-up shop. I don't know how I'm gonna do it just yet, but I'm gonna vlog it, so just be on the lookout for it, because I'm gonna definitely show y'all how I showcase like me offering services at a pop-up shop. So that's what I would go with. But I would say if you only offer like facial services, I would just dress up really cute and neat. I would get a little bit of my lashes done. I really don't wear makeup, so I would make sure my brows are like groomed and have my lip gloss popping or some lipstick and my lashes done. And I'll just have my table dedicated to like my brand. and have me some business cards, and I'll just be ready to give somebody like a consultation right on the spot. Like you could give free consultations or something like at a pop-up shop, and then that way, you know, if they're filling out, oh excuse me, I'm a little congested. But that way, like if they filling out a consultation form, that means you already have their email address or some kind of contact to that person, and then boom, when you leave from that event, I would be pushing my brand to whatever they done subscribe to, because you got access to, you know, their information, and then I would just have something on your you know, consultation form, just a little checkbox saying that you could contact them, you know. But that's kind of how I would do it, and I would just make sure I'm going around to network to the different people, especially like the vendors, if I didn't have any products to showcase. That's how I would do a pop-up shop. So I hope that helps, or give you some kind of ideas. But that was the last, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions so far that I've written down from the esthetician group. I'm going to go back on here, and if I need to make a part 3, I will. And if you guys have any other questions, drop them below and I'll answer them on this post. So thank y'all for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. Bye.